Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Jim Rohn. My friends, look at stocks as we look at the S&P 500 and we look at the NASDAQ 100. We can see how they have both shot above the 200 EMA. Now, when we look at where things are and how they've sort of topped out over the last few days, sliding sideways, we see where things popped up in the morning on Tuesday and then sort of died in the afternoon, down 0.12%. We look at the NASDAQ 100, down 0.32%. In the afternoon is where both things lost out. Now, I was watching, taking a look at the volume and how it popped up in the morning and then sort of died in the afternoon. So I'm watching, waiting, seeing if this market is just simply loading up after this run up, getting ready to pop up again, or if it's gonna roll over and head down. Do I know which direction it's going to go in? I do not, but I am going to sit here, watch, wait, and see. I'm hoping it's going to pull back. It's going to go from green to red on the STC, push through this 200 EMA and give us an opportunity to short it. I am very much hoping that's going to happen on both the S&P and the NASDAQ 100. Maybe that will occur, maybe it won't. I mean, as things continue to move up over these last three attempts at trades, didn't do so well for us as things were rocketing down. We had some good trades back there, but these last ones didn't as that market was building up energy. So we'll watch, wait, and see if we're going to be able to jump in as things roll over, or if things are just going to reset and slam up. Now we look at where we are on the 2-day. It is, of course, in the green and is pushing through. We can see as it did this last week and this first 2-day candle as it is pushing through the 200 EMA. That is all, of course, from Friday. We look at the weekly. It is green also, having gone green last week, and on the NASDAQ 100 the week before last, bouncing off, of course, on both of these, the NASDAQ and the S&P bouncing off the 200 EMA on that weekly chart. So things have sprung up. We'll see if they're going to continue to spring up, if they'll pull back a little bit, and perhaps even if we don't do the down trade, if they'll pull back and go into the red and give us the chance to trigger in on more up moves. That's what we're hoping for. One of the two. Now, since everything is green otherwise, and we have a positive 15 on our success multiplier formula, we're not going to be hoping for strong down moves. We're going to be hoping for a reset on this STC to give us another trigger for more up moves. But either way, we'll keep our options open. We'll see which way things are going, but we will keep in mind that, again, we're all green on the success multiplier formula with a 1 from the weekly. We get 4 points from the 2-day, since the 2-day STC is what? 4 times the size of the half-day. And then how big is the weekly? Well, that's 5 days, 10 half-days, so that's 10 points. So guess what? That is a positive 15 right now. So we've got a lot, both the biggest wave, the weekly, intermediate wave, the 2-day, and the shortest wave are all up. So where would we think the market is tending to go? Well, perhaps up. And if it gives us an opportunity to reset the STC on the half-day chart and do that, we'll be ready to pull the trigger in a practice trade. Does that make sense? It should. It is in line with all of our teachings. Now, let's move on from stocks, go to bonds. Bonds were up for the day, 1.61%. Got a little ways to go before they clear that 200 EMA for long trading. Still negative there, so we're negative on the half day. Now, bonds, of course, are positive on the 2-day, but we can see where things peaked back on that 2-day candle beginning on the 1st of August. And where are we on the weekly? We're green there too. Bonds having tried to make a lot of upward movement, but again, this week starting off weaker than last week. So we'll keep an eye on bonds, see which way they go. might give us a trigger when things cross over if we can clear this 200 EMA to jump back in and ride bonds up. It's been a while since we've been able to ride bonds up. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Now, let's leave bonds, go to gold. Gold approaching that 200 EMA also. Gold up for the day, 0.85%. Now, we are, of course, a +1. We're green on the STC on the half day. On the 2-day, we add +4 to that. We're still waiting to clear the 200 EMA there. And what about the weekly? It is still down. So we are simply again, we are still negative on that one. And of course, being below the 200 EMA, if we see things roll over and head down on gold anytime soon, we'll of course be looking to jump into that. We had a successful trade when that occurred last time. That was a nice little success over just, 5 days or so? And again, garnered somewhere in the neighborhood of, let me get over there too. I've got these charts in the way. There we go. 1.72% down move there. Now things did slide sideways and then drop again and drop one more time. We took our chunk out of the middle and we're happy with it. That is where we are as we look at gold, keeping an eye on things, looking at all the charts all the time and using that success multiplier formula to help us see at one glance where all those waves are. Lastly, the big gainer for the day is Bitcoin. And as we see Bitcoin popping up, look at it. It's right there where we've reached our most recent highs going back to July the 20th. We've seen it hit that level 3 times. Is it going to blast on up through it and start moving up to that 200 EMA? Saw where STC had gone red for just a little bit and then switched back over to green. We'll sure keep an eye on things. Nice to see Bitcoin up, starting the week off strong. We look at where we are on the 2-day. Again, you can see where things have bumped up about the same level now 3 times. Is Bitcoin going to blast through that and keep moving up? Or is it going to roll back over and plumb these lows again? Don't know. We shall wait and see. What about our weekly? Of course, we can see again the weekly too over the course of this last month, last 4 weeks, let me put it that way, where things starting on that week on July the 18th have again bumped up at about the same level, 2364, something like that. Is it going to blast through that and continue going up? We'll wait. We'll watch. We'll see. That is where we are with Bitcoin. That is where we are with all of these charts that we follow. Patreon members, do not forget this week we have set up on our schedule the live question and answer call-in session this Wednesday. If you have questions, you have ETFs or stocks you want us to help you backtrack for practice trading, you have questions about the charts, that's what the live question and answer session is for. If you can join us live at 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time in the afternoon on Wednesday, that would be great. If you can't, go ahead and get your questions in anyway. We always endeavor to record that and provide it to our Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon member and want to be able to engage in great things like this, plus our weekly Charting Crypto podcast that we do, or it's actually a video that I do for you looking at cryptocurrencies and crypto-related ETFs, along with the other offerings that we have each week. That is the weekly vertical crossovers we put out every Thursday for you to look at and potentially practice trade on Friday. Then by all means, become a Patreon supporter at any of the 3 levels. In addition to that, you get our 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. We're very proud of that training. If you're interested in options, want to dip your feet in, learn what they're all about, we've got a great training there for you. That's it, folks. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.